Welcome to the sixth Harvey's Nine Lives devlog. It's been a while since I've done a devlog, and I've made so much progress since then. I'm not going to cover all the progress I made in this devlog because it will be a bit too much, but I am going to start by talking about the latest zone I'm working on in the game, which is going to be a Japanese themed zone. So before we continue, I got some really good news. So the Steam page is now up and you can wishlist the game. So if you want to head over to Steam and type in Harvey's Nine Lives, I would very much appreciate all of your support by wishlisting the game. Thank you. For those of you that are new, Harvey's Nine Lives is a game about a feline archaeologist exploring the world, uncovering ancient talismans, and facing the challenges that come along with that journey. It draws inspiration from games like Sonic Mania and shows like Jackie Chan's Adventure. So if you're a fan of either one of those, I think you would definitely like my game. So why Japan? Why am I putting a Japanese themed zone into my game? Which sounds like a silly question. I mean, everybody wants to go to Japan. In fact, I've just recently been to Japan, and Japan is awesome. It's cool. So outside of that, there is a bit more of a personal reason for myself. Probably quite similar to you. I grew up watching a lot of Japanese media, playing a lot of Japanese games. So it just felt right that to include Japan in some way in my game as a way to sort of kind of pay homage, and having like a Japanese themed level just thought, felt like the best way to do that. But on top of that as well, it does fit in terms of the theme of the game, where you are going to be traveling again around the world collecting these talismans, and where would be a better place to explore than Japan when it comes to one of those locations where those talismans would be hidden. So we're going to start first by talking about the setting. So currently I've made two levels and a village in the zone. So, so the village isn't complete, but we do have some buildings in there at the moment, and one of those is going to be the food hall slash big restaurant. Now here, a lot of what's going to be happening inside is related to the story, so I'm not going to say too much because I don't want to spoil it. You just have to play the game when it comes out. But this is going to be the main hub for where people interact when it comes to this game and this particular zone. Now, another building is going to be a dragon school, which I've not actually placed that in yet. I've actually got some really good footage from when I was in Japan for inspirations on how I'm going to make that school. But you're going to learn how to fly and tame dragons and such at that particular school. So that, pretty much in its name. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be working on as well, or on this level. Now to talk about the levels themselves. So in each zone, I am going to be introducing a new mechanic that is specific to that zone. The one that I'm introducing in the Japanese theme zone is going to be the ability to transport into different worlds using Torii gates. So the main worlds you'll be transporting between will be the living world and the spirit world. Now, I'm not going to speak too much around that because that is again related to the story and I don't want to spoil, but you will be able to do that during this particular zone. One of the things I have said in the past around this game is how I want to manage difficulty and give you multiple ways to complete the game, especially for people who aren't as good at platformers like myself. And that will be another way I'll be doing that. So obviously, as you transport to different worlds, you realize that some worlds are naturally harder than other, and then you have the ability to choose which path you want to take. So for enemies at the moment, I've created three for this level. So I've got this samurai slash monkey. I've got this floating ghost and I have this guard slash ghoul slash, I don't know what the name is yet, but I'm more than happy to take suggestions in the comment section. I'm not gonna go into the design of each and every single character because I feel like that will just make the video unnecessarily long. But if you are interested in that, please let me know in the comment section. Then I can make a separate video regarding how I go through the process of character design. But just to give you a quick example, if you look at the samurai monkey, which I don't have a name for, again in the comment section if you got a name, is I went for Japanese snow monkeys as like the main reference, and I also went for traditional like samurai clothing which I could find on Pinterest. Those were sort of kind of like my main references. My only thing about this though is I can tell slightly it does look like the Monkey King, so I think there might be some confusion, but that is just sort of kind of like how I went around this type of character design. But again, I can do another video where I can break down my whole entire process. Let me know if that's something that you'd like to see. And I'll say this kind of wraps up this video. I don't want it to get a bit too long, so I just wanted to show you the aesthetics of the level. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Like, subscribe, share with your friend, and also wishlist the game if you can. So much promo, but I do have to sell this game. But yeah, that's just sort of kind of like a bit of an overview of what's going on. I'm gonna continue working on this Japanese themed level until it's launch ready, because I'm just going to use this as a base for how long it's going to take me to complete this game. But also then I'll have at least one zone complete in this game, which will just make me so happy. But yeah, I would appreciate your feedback. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Like, subscribe, share, and I will see you guys in the next YouTube video, which hopefully is very soon. Hopefully I don't take another 5 months, which I'll try not to. My goal is to make really small short videos, so that way I can be a bit more consistent on publishing the YouTube videos. So yeah, guys, see you in the next one. Bye.